hold up for a second. Just wait for my broadcast. Okay, we are live here with the ROX Mods, and we are at Blackhawk Farms, the first ever ROX Mod race in the state of Illinois. Of course, this is Jake's home track provided to us today. We're looking up to a fun field of cars. A lot of things on our mind, of course, is this is possibly the last race we might be able to do in SLC, depending on how the update goes. So, obviously, we're going to try our best to get next week going, no matter what happens. So, that being said, the stream is live, so watch the lights. We're going to go yellow in a second, so stay behind, Nico. Yellow flag's out. This is points. This is a points race. ROX Mods commonly do road courses.
Speedway pace?
Just drive casual. That's a missed title video. Fastest car during the practice session was Evan Varney. Lap time in the 104 range. However, we did see 103 set by Twin Turbo V6 and Gear MFS2. However, they joined late into practice, couldn't quite get a lap going, so we'll see if they could get one here. Blackhawk Farms, as you can tell, is a very short track, and lap times are just over a minute. We are approaching about the second to last turn here. There's a little bit of a curve straight. Get a map here to get turns. So, anyways, watch the lights. We are about to go green in a second. Again, the 5-minute timer will start, of course, with pack lead rules as soon as we get going. Green flag. All right. There is your pack of ROX Mods making the way down the front straightaway. Nikolau's leading us off into turn 1. Your 5-minute timer has just begun. Of course, we're going to be clearing the board as soon as every car has made their lap. And I think we're waiting on Stephen Waters, who stopped there, so we're going to clear the board. Some sort of issue there for Stephen. A little bit of lag on my end. However, Nikolau's making his way turns 3 into 4. There's a long left-hander that makes his way down a bit of a short straight into a double apex turn. And there's a bit of a grain style you can see on the outside. Not from this angle, but cool looking building. Alright, so our first laps are coming in, and it looks like a couple of our drivers have gone without getting a valid lap. And as I've said, it's very important to get one in before you try to rush. First one that's going to get a valid lap, Nikolau's had a 105, a 107 set by Moneyman, so he's the only car this time that got a valid lap. That's Tabiji. Again, driving the importance of just trying to stay on the track. Track limits today, as you know, in SLC are pretty much the grass, so if you do want to get a valid lap time, try to stay on that asphalt as much as you can. Generally speaking, you won't get a cut if you don't touch those cones, so that's another thing to note. Nikolau's has invalid lap time. Same thing for Gear MFS2. Twin Turbo V6 has kind of sandbagged himself into a 110 just to get into there. Kind of just a warm-up lap. Again, 3 minutes left in this qualifying session. There's Steve finally making his way onto the front straight. And he had set a 109.681. And it'll be passed by your current pack leader, the 95 Ibis Race Machine of Nikolau's. Right behind him, the Cheese Wedge 45A driven by Gear MFS2. Twin Turbo V6 has gone to the top of the board at 103.465. That's an excellent time by the number 32. as Twin has finally started to kick it into gear. Leaves us with 6 cars that have yet to have gotten a valid lap time. Gear FS2 is starting to claw his way up towards Nico. Nico with the green Sector 1, both of them currently valid. We'll see how that condition goes as we are over halfway done with our qualifying session. Gear FS2 is past Nicolas for pack lead. If you watch the board, an invalid lap for Twin Triple V sits. But Gear FS2 making his way across the final turn down the front straightaway. Can they go for pole? Green Sector 2 down the front straightaway. Yes, it is a 102.647 set by Gear FS2. Solid improvement by Nico Odds. Again, another returning driver today's race, Jackson Cook, in the 38. We saw him last time at the Daytona Backstraight. Managed to make his pretty much his final race, his final win up till that point. As there's Evan Varney in the foreground about to spin it out. And that has, with just about a minute to spare, we're going to watch to see how our drivers are doing. Here, FS2 making its way down the second to last corner here. We have just enough time for one more lap, so the white flag is going to come out for Gear FS2, everyone behind him. If you manage to get passed by Gear FS2, this will also become your last lap. That is the GGS45A Cheese Wedge car. And it did go faster that time. Well, it had a purple Sector 3, but it didn't quite go fast enough that time. But that being said, we are on the white flag of qualifying. Again, a very short qualifying session we do on these road courses. However, it does give everyone a little bit more track time to kind of get things in instead of their usual 3-lap. And Gear FS2 has gone off the track through the chicane. Got a big lag spike on my end. And that allows Nicolas to pass by, takes the virtual pack lead for qualifying. I am sorry for the lag that has suddenly propped up. I'll be rejoining in a second. As soon as everyone is done here. And it is close between Gear FS2 and Nicolas for pack lead. But the checker flag comes out. Can Nicolas go quicker here? He's got a white Sector 2, green Sector 2, white Sector 1 does not improve. The checker flag's out for everyone as soon as you cross the start-finish line here. Alright, that's Twin up next. You are done. Twin is not taking that pole away. And they'll have to settle up with a second place starting spot. Nicolas currently in third. And there's 2 cars that are going to be randomly started from the back. One of them currently weaving down the straightaway. That's Evan Varney. Has gone without setting any laps in that quick qualifying session. Again, your fastest driver from practice. However, his best time has been beaten. I believe both by Gear FS2 has been close with Twin. I think Nicolas as well. So once you guys are done, eventually make your way back into the pit lane. Checking the rest of the track here, make sure everyone's good. We're doing our national anthem. Of course, there is going to be a podium done on the front straight. We have boards and bird trophies as well as champagne. I believe it's actually sparking the water, but I do something somehow. It's going to be a 30-lap race today, 2 pace laps. I hear somebody that's having issues over here. Somebody was driving the Flaming 12 car. I do not know who. That was Caden Larson once again. Caden Larson jumped during the midget race that we had, and his car went off the track. Of course, today, if something like that happens, your car's lost in the forest. That could very well be it for you. So, if we could have you guys line up in the following positions. Evan Varney, please wait. We'll be doing you and Caden randomly here in just a moment. Following positions, Your pole sitter, Guillermo FX2, Twin Triple V, sits in second place. Third place, Nikolauds. Fourth place is Connor. Which I thought Connor had a car. Is this your car? Anyways. Fifth place is Jackson Cook. Sixth place is BG. Seventh place, Stephen Waters, aka the number 7. Eighth place is Maxwell. So Matt's Watts. And so I need Stephen Waters and Matt's Watts. So Matt's Watts are going to be behind Stephen Waters. So leave a car length of space. Caden Larson, please go back. You are not determined whether you're 10th or 9th. Alright, we're waiting on Stephen Waters. Once everyone is situated, of course, please turn your engine off and hop out. We will be doing the national anthem as soon as everyone is lined up and the track is cleared. Caden, what the fuck are you doing? Alright, so Steve is AFK, so I'm going to take his car. Move it back into position. Alright, Matt, you can make up the gap if you want. Alright, we're going to see who's 9th and who is 10th place today. As we're going to do a Wheel of Design. We'll stream it to the server. But not the broadcast, but it will be on the server. So we can be fair. So there is, of course, the randomizer when it comes to cars that have not set a lap time. Evan Varney and Caden Larson will be in this role to determine who's 9th and 10th. So we're going to put these names up. Caden and Evan. And we are going to stream to see who's 9th and 10th. Is the broadcast working currently? Or the stream? Or is it blank? If you change yourself to R6, it should fix itself. Sorry. Is the stream good? Okay. So the car in the back, we're going to see between these two, it will be Caden. So yet again, another last place start for Evan Varney. No stranger to back to front runs we saw last weekend at South Bend Motor Speedway. Evan Varney, not unfamiliar with starting from the back, so we're going to need Caden Larson up to 9th place. Caden Larson to 9th place. Alright. We are going to start clearing the extra cars. And apparently Jesus has joined us on track today. Yes. Jesus himself, the Messiah, Guillermo FX2. It's the damn economy. Okay. Alright, we're going to get these extra cars cleared out of the way. And there's going to be 30 laps. Make sure the engine is turned off. Alright. And I will read myself. Alright, just stand by our cars. We will proceed with the national anthem very shortly. This is also a good time to take a quick bathroom race, of course, as it does serve as our AFK check. if you need to. Anyways. We're going to now proceed with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, drivers, once you're ready, start your motors. And we will do our grid organization, see who's where. All right, from the back to the front. Today is last weekend's race winner, Evan Varney, the number 66 World Team Racing Machine. Taking up 9th place in that randomized order, taking over the Flamin' 12 today. It is Caden Larson. Now in the Carson Hoselfar Tribute, number 77, taking up 7th place, 8th place, Matt Watts. 8th place, yeah. In the number 7, representing a brand new team in the face of SLC, Stephen Waters Motorsports number 7 Dodge Mopar machine. Stephen Waters. All right, and now back down to the top sits. In the number 36, also representing Stephen Waters, the other SRT Dodge Mopar machine, it is BG. In the Jackson Cook Racing number 38, making its return for today, Jackson Cook takes up the top 5. Representing 824BB's number 45 Meme Racing Machine car today, it is Connor. Moving on to your podium for the start today, the 95 Ibis Racing Machine, driven by Nikolaus. On to the top 2, the number 32, your current points leader, Twin Turbo V6. And on to your pole sitter, the Cheese Wedge, representing the lone DGS car in the field today, the Sargento number 45A. It is Guillermo Evans 2, the Messiah. Okay. Let's get on to this race. I believe everyone is in their cars. I'll retwin. Still didn't quite work, but had to snap completely through, so it's okay. Alright. Well, we got one car that we're waiting on. That is Matt Watts. What's your issue? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how to fix that. It's So we're waiting on Steve and Maxwell to get into their cars. However, 10 cars situated for today's race. Last week's race winner, Evan Varney. All right. Well, we got everyone in. Oh, nope. BG. All right. Wait till the car ahead of you to go. We're going to be doing pace speed relatively today. Lights on the cars are going out. Watch the lights ahead of you. We are yellow. Just go by Twin. It's okay. Twin, you can rejoin to second place. Try not to go too fast here. Stay under 80 miles an hour on the straights and try to stay 60 around the corners. Today's CC limit is going to be 45 corner cuts. Once you reach that point, you will get a 5-second time penalty. Once you get 90 corner cuts, which God forbid you do, that's going to be 10 seconds. And if you somehow, some way manage to get 135, you can leave. Anyways, change all L -2. And our laps are fixed. Change cadence laps to -2 as well. Alright, we're good. Alright, so we got 1 lap to go here until we go green. As we are making our way by the front straight. Let's see if we can get a photo here. A little bit of lag, that's okay. Hey, you guys in the back, can you fit your order? Caden Larson, you are in 9th place, and Evan Varney, you are in 10th. Let's remember that. We're going to clear the board. Let's try our best to stay in order. Please do not pass cars ahead of you. Please do not tire warn. I don't trust me if you guys do that, because when you do, you tend to cause a lot of space with the cars behind you. So, again, please try to pass anyone until you fully cross the start-finish line. I will try my best to call cars that look particularly slow. I will be lenient if I need to be. Caden, please move up. Alright, watch the lights. We are expecting to go green here. Watch the lights. Hold pace. Hold pace. Green flag. Thought to pass Caden Larson. Start looks clean. Reset Caden's corner cuts because he was not there quite yet, but remember that the corner cut limit is 45. Oh, looks like we have a battle going on, stirring up at the front of the field for the 45A of Gear MFX2 and Twin Turbo V6 homing in right behind the Canadian Missile himself. As he has, of course, been dubbed the Kangaroo. Or, of course, the actual Australian in the field, Gear MFX2, taking over the cheese wedge today. Has made up the 3rd place spot. Let's see what Evan Varney's up to. So far, he's made his way up to the top 6. Lap 1 has made his way up 4 cars, and he's about to go for the 5th one. Potentially, Jackson Cook, the returning driver, might become a target soon in a bit as well. GearMFX2 starting to leave behind the field. Twin Triple V sits right there in second place. Third place is Nikolaus just behind. And fourth place is Jackson Cook again with Evan Varney. The number 60 sits just behind him. And we got a big lag spike here, but we're good. Switch back up to see what's going on at the front of the field. Twin Triple V sits crosses the line, and now Guillermo has extended his gap, his lead to just about a second with a 1:02.648 as his personal quick time. So again, he's taken pole, and he's potentially racking up those points today. And R4, did you jump out again? We're stuck. That he is. Yellow flags out. All right, we're having a race back, but keep going. If you guys have not crossed the line, keep going. It is dependent on Twin Triple V sits and Giram. They are still wrapping up their laps, so if you have not crossed the line yet, you're behind them. Keep going. We are currently having a race back. Giram FX2 is going to get it. Our first casualty I think we've seen on a road course in a very long time goes to Caden Larson. All right, so here is your race back. The yellow flag is coming out. Twin Triple V sits going to get that second place spot. Nikolaus in third. We're going to watch the rest of this race back. I'm at the fourth place. It is Evan Varney. Fifth place is going to be BG, and we got Jackson Cook making his way through the pits backwards. That allows Mats to pass by, and Jackson's going to pull a bit of an awkward J-turn, pull us back forward. Allows Moneyman to take up the spot behind that. Then is Stephen Waters, makes up ninth place. And, we're going to see the progress of Caden Larson here. Yeah, Caden, I think your race is done. Well, that confirms the first time we've had a drown DNF in a while. Caden Larson has crashed his car, gotten it stuck in the river. No, I cannot. I'm not allowed to. You have to drive it out in your own power. So, remember, we are under caution. We're going to try to fix this here, but no, I'm not. I cannot fly it out. So. If you want, I could give you fly, but I'm pretty sure this car is drowned. So, first drown in SLC since Arizona, I believe, in Lakeside Castle Raceway 2021. We were expecting that to potentially be a factor when we went to Mount Lawn a couple weeks back, but it looks like instead it'll be here at Blackhawk Farms. We're gonna get a screenshot of this. Yeah. Here, Caden, I'll give you fly, but your race is done. So. Please do not fly other cars. I would request in Jake's name, leave his car alone, please. And don't touch the bottles. So, you're chill. You can hang out, but sorry about that. Can you keep it off the racing surface, please? Thanks. Yeah, this is just Jake's car. Can you hop out? Yeah, that's I'm leaving that there because it's Jake's personal car. This is his home track. So, anyways, we're gonna see if our order is good. Been pacing for a few laps, kind of a little bit of time to wind down. Get your order out. Guillermo FX2, Twin Triple V sits, Nikolaus, Evan Varney, BG, Matt, and Jackson. We're going to stay yellow here. We're going to try to go green in the next lap. So, does not look like we have any protesting, and it doesn't look like I need to. But we are going to check the stream very quickly and make sure. Yep, order's looking good. So we're going to try to go green this lap. Lights are going black. We're down to 9 cars. As an unfortunate way for Caden Larson's race to end, must have been some sort of controller issue that might have led to an understeer moment. Alright. Jackson, watch yourself. We are stacking up here. Connor, please. Watch the lights. BG, move up a little. Watch the lights. Green flag. Connor, give up the spots that you took. Clean. Clean. Alright, start's good. Here, MFX2 leading us off once again with Nicolaus up there in 3rd place under the attack by Evan and Varney. Meanwhile, in the midfield, there is a battle going on, and there's Matt Watts going wide. Matt Watts going around. And the 77 Carson Hosevar tribute car is going to loop it, but they're going to have plenty of time to go back. Of course, anyone else makes that big mistake today, that could be their race as well. We'll see another caution. It's been a very long time since we've seen a road course caution. That actually might be the first one of the season. As Evan Varney goes completely wide off track. Bit of a big mistake there. Remember, the CC limit is 45 before your first penalty. That'll be 5 seconds added to the end of the race. There is no way to undo that. So if there is some sort of late race caution that comes out, that could really interfere with your overall results. So keep that in mind. I think we saw that happen at Francia Quarter a couple of years ago when Twin Turbo V6 had a time penalty, and that unfortunately costed him the race. So my best advice to you guys is just to try to stay within those cones. Meanwhile, actually looks like Nicolaus could be closing in a little bit here on Twin Turbo V6. He's been holding up a lot better in that 95 Ibis race machine than we saw earlier at the start. He was a late entry to practice. We saw him yesterday in midget practice, was not happy with how the cars were driving, pulled off prematurely. But he did get a little bit of that on-track experience just to get familiar with how the track drives. And he knows the lines, he's kind of getting things figured out, and I think he might be able to hold up to Twin here. And while we're at it, we're going to look at the standings. Just get an idea of what's going on. Side by side here between Nicolaus and Twin Turbo V6 around the long right-hander into the chicane. But Twin Turbo V6 is going to carry more speed off. But Nicolaus closed down the gap to just about 3, maybe 4 car lengths. Currently, as it stands, your points leader is Twin Turbo V6, 126 points. And the next one behind him, Nature Channel, is not turned up for today's race. And he is usually a road course ringer. We would probably see him about where Nicolaus is, but today he's not turned up. He hasn't. I believe his last race was last week, but he's not here today. Evan Varney up there in the 3rd place spot, 108 points, so he's a little bit out of range as of now. So again, as I said, if this is the last race of the ROX Mods, if things don't go according to plan, this very well could be Twins' championship run here. Almost in a way reminiscent of the season finale that we had last year after Jackson Cook had swept the championship. Twins going wide. Doesn't look like it hurts him too badly, though. And this time by, we'll be over in the first third of today's race, closing up to lap 10. I believe Guillermo has made up about 4 seconds over Twin Turbo V6, currently ticking down lap time to 1 minute 2.063. As also on CCs, he's looking pretty good. Has less CCs than laps. So, of course, the CCs is 1.5 times the amount of laps until the first penalty. So, I think that's somewhat lenient. But if you have over 15 CCs by now, you might want to watch yourself. Alright, so over 4 seconds there that time by Giram. And we have a car that is pulled off. We will see who that was. See if that's a disconnection or what that was. Check the chat logs. Nothing. Check the board to see. And it looks like that might have been Evan Varney that disconnected. And we're going to see if his car's out in the pit lane or what has happened to it. If it's out there on the track, we will bring out the caution. Otherwise, we'll assume that he's pulled it off. There's Evan Varney's car, so we're going to stay green, no caution. Evan Varney did pull off the track, so must have voluntarily retired himself from today's race. Was probably not happy about his performance. Again, he's a oval guy, but I suppose running for top 4 was not on his plan for today's feature. Still leaving us with 8 finishers, which I believe is actually the most that we would have on a road course this season, as we close into the halfway point. Looking on track for battles, looks like there might be one going on between Stephen Waters and Matt Watts in the back of the field for 7th. So there's the 77 and the 7 going out for the 7th place. That is a bit of a tongue twister of its own. Currently making the way through the chicane, about half a lap behind from your leader. Matt seems to be just a slight bit ahead here. Stephen Waters closing in down the inside. But the better answer is going to go to Matt Watts. And I believe that'll allow Matt to stay up there in the front in 7th place for now. Alright, so we got Jackson Cook right out in the 4th place spot. Again, their first return in a while. Last time we saw them out was the Daytona back straight. It's been a while for their road course race, and we'll be reviewing that for a second to see. Got the list up here. Did not show up until the road course race. So his last road course feature actually was the finale last year at Taruma. And in a lot of ways, I would say this track is somewhat similar. Very high speed. A little less elevation, but there's a little bit of elevation change, and it's very much so a club track. However, this one is its own different animal. So currently Jackson riding in 4th place is about what I'd expect here. Again, Jackson has more of a strong performance when it comes to the oval races, so that might be more so where you carry over if he plans to come around next week at Plymouth. Of course, as long as everything works out at Plymouth. Alright, so we got Gear Methods 2 making his way over for lap 14. You can see the lap cars coming up here of Stephen Waters and Matt Watts. Both of them closing to go. Oh, Matt's is going to go way off. You're a little lost there, bud. Might want to turn back around. And Matt Watts got a little bit lost in the forest there. He'll rejoin the track. That allows Stephen Waters to get that 7th place spot back. And probably secure for the time being. Boy, the top 4, about 30-second gap here between Jackson Cook and Guillermo Methods 2. It has been a race that Guillermo has been pretty much completely dominant with. Stephen Waters about to get past here to put a lap down as well. Or actually, that's BG, the other Stephen Waters racing machine. So Stephen has actually made his way up into the 6th place spot in that lap. So some issue must have happened to the 36. They're looking very loose off of the final turn. And they have looped it around. And potentially here comes the opportunity for Comats actually to get back 7th place. With Nikolauts right behind to put them a lap down as well. That being said, we are halfway done with the race, so the cross flags would be out at this point. We are halfway done. So 50% of the race distance is now completed. Of course, as long as you make 90% of the race, you'll be scored as done. That's the lap. It's lap 27. As long as you can make lap 27, that would be a score in the standings. So here, we're just gonna be taking down these laps. We usually expect a little bit of racing like this when it comes to these road courses. A little bit more chill, a little more laid back. Saw an awesome race the last time out at Monroe between Brass Rain. Unfortunately, even though Brass Rain was interested in racing, something must have come up. He's been able to show up. Same thing with Dabcat, which is rather unfortunate. I was hoping to see a couple of drivers here today, but that's okay. Twin has about a 7-second gap here between himself and Giram. Nikolauts with about twice that distance. Not really a lot of on-track action here, but Giram is going to loop it around coming to the chicane. That is a huge mistake made by Giram FS2. Twin will cut down the gap. They spun out into the forest. Thankfully, those trees aren't colliding, or else Giram would be having a day. I believe that might have been actually just him trying to pull the brakes. Stephen Waters getting loose, and he's going to also spin around. Boy, big mistake by Giram FS2, but it still had enough of a gap to hold that lead. There's a huge smoke trail coming into the chicane. I mean, Giram just absolutely lost it here. Alright, so that gap is about a 1.5 seconds, but I think it might grow here as long as Giram can build up a gap, but they scrape the wall. Not exactly the best thing to do for lap times, but still managing to keep ahead, keep his momentum going, so good job by Giram FS2. Even despite those small errors earlier, not doing too shabby. This time by will be 2 laps until we'll be seeing the last 10 to go. Currently 12 to go here. And Twin is taking down that gap a little bit. We were about a 1.5 seconds lap time last time. We have lost 0.5 second here. Checking the lap times, Twin did go faster. Of course, we saw that mistake that Giram made in the last lap. Now we'll see if he starts to recover. However, we checked the sectors, and that is 0.3 faster for Twin Turbo V6. So Twin Turbo V6 is developing some sort of groove. Now into the final turn. Potentially a battle for the lead on our hands. Watching that timing board very closely. And it about maintains itself. Giram pulled it off on the last sector just to stay ahead that much more. Make up the gap that Twin was cutting off on sector 1. I have a lot of lag from your current leader. He's just going to jump back up Gear looking pretty good, actually. There was a little bit of a lag moment, but he's looking pretty much alright. Alright, so this time by, as soon as Gear makes his way across the line, there will be 10 laps left of this race. We got currently 3 lap cars. Potentially soon, we might be closing down on Connor. And Connor was actually pretty excited about the last race we had at SPMS. And of course, he seems pretty well adapted ever since his time off. Connor's become a completely different driver. And it looks like Giram is coming back to establish his domination again. It was looking a little bit sketchy for a couple laps there, but it looks like everything's pretty good so far for him. 95 out on his own race. But Nicolás is going to most likely take home a pretty good top 3. I mean, as long as he stays away from Jackson Cook. Currently not in any attack range. He's actually, what is that, like 10 seconds? 30 seconds almost. Yeah, so Nicolás pretty much just in a bit of a spot where he can't really move up any, but he also is pretty much just chill where he is. So, it's going to be a Friday evening cruise for Nicolás. Of course, we heard he was doing a hydroplane race, and he got 2nd place. Looks like today's going to be another podium for him. As long as everything keeps together here. 9 laps to go currently. Would just like to say a big thanks to all the drivers that came up to run today's race. Of course, we don't know the future of this league, whether it'll be here on a Assetto Corsa in the near future. So, whatever happens, happens. But hopefully today, if this is the final time, we go out with a bit of a bang. Again, thank you guys for returning for today. And we still got a few laps left in this race. Currently 8 here for Guillermo FX2, and I think he might be closing down on Connor. I saw him on the end of the straightaway as soon as Guillermo was coming out onto the straight, up at the front stretch. Now, something interesting to note today, if Guillermo does manage to win today's race, that would mark, I believe, then how many new winners will we have coming to this race? It'd be quite a few, or this season. I believe that's the most different winners we've seen this early on. Of course, today is race number 10. And if Guillermo manages to win, that would be the 6th different driver to win a race. So there's pretty much over 50-50 every time we go to an SLC race that somebody new is going to win. At least that's the current statistic, but of course we'll be seeing something different potentially as the season starts to wind down. However, I will say for 10 races, that's a pretty good stat. Been a good race for Guillermo FX2. And here is Connor Farms about to get passed by Guillermo. Maybe by the end of the lap. 45 meme racing car. I'd like to mention again that the CC limit today is 45. Pretty sure most of you guys are okay. That is a 1.5 CC per lap ratio, so. I mean, that'd be the equivalent of 6 corner cuts every 4 laps, or 3 for every 2 laps. And what a drift by Guillermo FX2. Goes completely sideways on turn 1. I don't know if that was helpful or not. Doesn't seem to hurt his lead any, so we'll see if that's a potential thing he tries again next lap. Next time by, we'll be seeing 5 laps to go, of course, as we get to the final legs of today's race. It's a brand new venue. Again, a big thanks to T7 Jake for making this race come true. It's awesome to be in Illinois for the first time. And honestly, it looks like a very beautiful track and a pretty fun track to run on. Guillermo is going to put BG, I believe, 2 laps down now, but he's still looking good as we are in the last 5 laps to go here. Again, once you've reached lap 27, then that means you're pretty much going to be scored automatically. And we got a big off from Mats. I think that could be the battle in the back between Mats and BG. Again, Stephen Waters racing, Mats Watts, the 36 and the 77 currently battling out for the 7th place spot once again. It's all just a matter of staying out of trouble, but we've seen a lot of issues with both these cars today. Twin's just going to cut through them in one turn. Not an issue at all for him. Stephen Waters, you can see just visible up ahead, just in the background ahead of Guillermo FX2. And for BG, I got to give you a forewarning that you are 5 cc's from a 5-second time penalty. That'll be 5 seconds that'll be added to your post-race time. And 7 to 4 Nico odds. Those are the top CCs currently. Guillermo FX2, your leader, makes it by Stephen Mars to put him lap down as well. And I believe Jackson Cook is just a little bit ahead of Guillermo FX2. So this could be a very dominant race. And not to forget that we went green, I believe, with only 25 laps to the checkered flag, at least as it's originally designated. Of course, if there's any caution this late in the race, we most likely see an overtime period. So, Guillermo FX2 to make his way by, and we are now on lap 27. So as long as you pass 27 laps yourself, you'll be scored a finisher. That means you must have completed 27 laps. But Guillermo FX2 has made his way by the 90% point of today's race. And there's Jackson Cook. Your leader's just behind him. Jackson Cook pretty much on his own today. Not really sharing the track with anyone, no one really to worry about. His position is, I'm almost certain, held, but we'll see. Might be closer with Money Man. Not really. Alright, so this is your champion from 2025. They have won a race at Daytona, Jackson Cook. Again, tend to be a bit of an oval ringer, but their first ever win actually came at the cost of Guillermo. When we look up at the Hoosier Grand Prix, I believe that was 2024 running, when Jackson Cook managed to snag just on the last 2 laps of the race against a person that's currently passing to put a lap down today, Guillermo FX2. And boy, what a hell of a race it was at the Hoosier Grand Prix. Oh, Jackson's going to spin around. And he'll continue. Let's see where that is in reference to the 5th place car, Connor. Not too much of an issue. Alright, well this time by, we're closing up to the last lap. The 45A of Guillermo FX2 makes its way down to the final turn. So this time by, the white flag will come out. If he passes you, it's going to become your final lap as well. So the white flag is out. Once you guys cross the line, you got one more to go. Here, Midgets 2 has a clean track. It's pretty much his race to lose at this point. He's built up a 2-second gap with Gear Midgets 2 ever since that spin. And he's going to take a little bit more of a conservative time around the right-hand sweeper. And this is one of the other trouble turns that came, but looks like Gear Midgets 2 going to have no issues whatsoever. However, you are 1 CC from a 5-second penalty, so keep that in mind, Giram. If you get a CC, that will cost you your race win if Twin doesn't get more CCs. So, try to stay clean. Gear Midgets 2 makes his way up to the final turn. Does he manage to stay clean? Does he lose it out? Gear Midgets 2 down the front straight away. And it is a clear track for Gear Midgets 2. Twin Turbo V6. Not going to do it. Gear Midgets 2 crosses the line and wins at Blackhawk Farms. Congratulations to Gear Midgets 2. We do have a podium that will set up as soon as everyone crosses the line. It will be set up on the front straight. Jackson Cook going to solidify that 4th place spot. Nikolauts currently makes his way down the front straightaway to make it solidified into 3rd. How about Stephen Waters? Stephen Waters going to finish today in the top 6. Nikolauts going to go backwards in style. He doesn't have to worry about anyone passing him for position. He will come backwards. So that is 2 podiums today. Managed to win with 4 wheels and no wheels. Congratulations for Nikolauts for managing that. If you guys can line up the podium on the front straight once you guys are ready, we'll be playing the Australian anthem. And if everyone can else clear out for a second. Alright, so we're going to have Giram lining up in the middle over on the start-finish line. Nico, you'll be on the outside. Alright, if you guys want to be interviewed, stick around. But first, we're going to start with our podium. Oh, wait. Actually, let me teleport you guys to your drinks. Here, if you guys could grab one of those real quickly. I just need Twin and let me teleport you 3 back. Give me a second. Alright. All right, we have everything settled. And we are going to now get our interviews in. All right, so first up here, your race winner, Giram FX2, makes their return since we were last, of course, out at Taruma, I believe, which we will check historically speaking. Last year's finale Taruma, that was actually won by you, so it looks like when it comes to these road course races, you tend to have a pretty good history. How'd the race go today?
I am impressed that you made a car that locks the brakes in a straight line and sends me into the forest. Other than that, I have no words.
All right, would that be it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations on winning today and managing to take home a bird trophy. That's the first time we've done that out here. We're going to now talk to Twin Turbo V6, managing a second place today. What happened today's race for you, Twin?
I will say more than Giram. Honestly, these tunes are awful. I don't even know how you managed to make them worse year on year. I don't know what happened to the 2022 tunes because those ones are actually like decent in general. These ones I honestly couldn't even drive half the time, especially with the fact that these cars are like 4 meters wide and the track is maybe 7 meters wide, and there's like tons of CCs everywhere, including probably on the track, if I were to assume. It's like it's really hard to drive here. It wasn't fun, honestly. Like my first race, I was just like wanted it to end now, just so I can get some points. But honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to be racing for the rest of the season if these tunes are going to continue. Just because it's not fun. Like you please just fix these tunes immediately, or you're probably gonna have a significant lack of interest in future races. Because I don't really know anybody that wasn't complaining at least once during the whole session. So yeah, like you gotta do something, man. I don't know what's going on, but these HSC has been around for a while, and it is not that hard to work with anymore. So please fix the tunes. Other than complaining, I mean, the race went okay, I guess. I was consistent, but honestly, it's hard to ignore the fact that these cars are just awful to drive. So, oh well, I'll see how you take it.
All right. How about you, Nico? Finishing up today in third place. Managed to get a second podium today, if I recall correctly.
I got overall second. For the race, I got third place in the final race, and I'm now points leading in that race. To add to what they were both saying, as an offshore guy, as a guy who likes boat racing and whatever the case is, I really don't understand on how you've made something handle worse than a literal fucking boat. The boats I drive in, not including the hydroplanes, they have more turning than what these things had. Yeah, it was a bit frustrating trying to get this car to kind of do what I wanted it to without it just, fucking on the steering. Or if the second you touch the grass, it doesn't want to fucking turn no more. The race was fine more or less. I get third place. Yay. But yeah, nah. It was kind of more or less boring. I just started to put on like elevated music and just started to cruise halfway through the race. It was I was realizing without if I tried to push it, corner cuts. If I didn't try to push it, I wasn't on pace. So I just said, fuck it, let me just cruise at this point, get this over with. It was fine either from that, but yeah, I agree with the other two. It needs some work.
All right. So we also saw that you managed to pull into reverse at the finish. Of course, the person behind you in fourth place was a lap behind, so that pretty much just solidified finishing in style there. So that was pretty cool, Nico.
Thank you.
We're going to move on to Jackson Cook, who finished fourth place today. Their returning race, actually, here at another Midwestern track. It's been a while. It's been a while since a road course race. To be exact, I believe that was in December. How are you doing, Jackson?
This is the most bullshit race ever. You're fucking dare. I'm just kidding. I'm not complaining. I mean, honestly, the cars they drove like boats. It was like I was trying to steer the Titanic away from the iceberg, which fails. But I'm not really too worried about that because I don't care. I'm just out here having fun. Had a nice Friday cruise. Just still got top 5 from it. Thank you, Evan. I doubt he's watching, but thank you. It's good to be back. I took a little bit of time off. Didn't really help me much. I've been having bad mental issues, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, I kind of moved to iRacing mostly. Just doing a bunch of racing there. I've been pretty successful in that. But every now and then you gotta come back to Roblox and see old pals again. And this time I'll probably be staying because leaving everything kind of didn't really help much. So hip hip hooray, I guess, for those who are glad to see me, which is all the little kids. What? I'm talking about Connor. Connor, you're a little boy. Yeah, he's gonna lash out on me after this. But yeah, I had fun. It wasn't the most entertaining race, but yeah, it's an HSE SOC road course race with Twin and Giram in it. So like, there's not gonna be a whole lot of people that are gonna compete with those two. I mean, even Evan struggled today. Yeah, I'm just having fun. Just trying to see what comes next. I'll be at Berlin tomorrow, coaching kids in the mini wedges because that's what I'm doing now. Hooray!
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. It is, but it's also a pain in the ass. So that's great, and I'll get to see Ryan Newman tomorrow out of Berlin too, racing with his daughter. Just they're gonna have we have a double header because minis race tomorrow and then they race Sunday at Kalamazoo, so that's gonna suck ass. But whatever, I'll try to see maybe if Roblox doesn't commit suicide on itself. Probably show up at Plymouth next week. I don't even know what we got on the schedule. I
It's
haven't looked.
Plymouth next week. After that, we're gonna be, I believe, at Indy, the road course, in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the full
Let
power
me look.
package.
Let me look. Hold on. Blackhawk, Plymouth, East Albania. Is that making a return? Whoa. Indy Road Course, Winchester. How are you gonna pull that off?
Somehow.
Okay. Yorkshire. That's Giggity Goo, Augusta. Track loans, Patriot Grand Prix. I pray to the heavenly Lord above that it doesn't end up being like last year, I swear. You still got Berlin and Owasso up there. That's crazy. Are we gonna use the old one or are we gonna like
We're probably gonna use the old ones. I mean, they raced fine, so
whatever floats your boat?
yeah.
I could probably get Owasso done in time, but I doubt it about Berlin. The new Owasso's a nice looking track. I think we could, and it really isn't that hard to make. We could probably get that done. But yeah, it's hip hooray. I'm back. Hi, bye, giggity goo. I guess top 4. Another Jackson Cock top 5. So
Well, Jackson,
Yeah, I'm just gonna cruise.
I just want to say thank you for returning. Hope that your situation with your mental health improves. Um, I don't know what's going on, but I could only hope for the best.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna talk now next to Connor. Unless there's something else you wanted to say, Jackson.
No, we all good.
All right.
Just go talk to the little boy
Okay.
that I'll be seeing tomorrow.
All
Yeah,
right.
Jackson, I'd be scared if you.
All right, Connor.
Ooh.
So a top 5 today. You're looking pretty consistent. Overall. How remains your
Yeah.
top 5? How'd the race go for you
Oh.
today?
I mean, what really screwed me up is spinning up 3 times. Wish there was caution, but it's okay. Still got back up to 5th place. Didn't manage to catch up to Jackson. So we're probably gonna have to fight that out tomorrow at Berlin.
What?
Yeah,
You're
you
not.
heard me.
No, you wouldn't even dare to lay a single freaking finger on me, dude.
Yeah, okay. Okay. But
Just
other
saying.
than the spins and Jackson being idiots, anyways, race was pretty good.
How was it being an idiot?
You even said it yourself earlier. He's the biggest idiot ever.
Well, yeah, you damn right I'm an idiot, but like, how was I being an idiot in the race? I passed you.
Because your name is Jackson Cook. Anyways.
Okay, go kill yourself in Roblox. Okay, let's move on. Was that borderline? Was that borderline?
Damn.
Bro, I had to add the in game to stop himself getting cancelled.
Okay, fucking hell, man. Just continue on.
To be honest, I don't really have anything else to say.
All right. Well, best of luck next week when we go to Plymouth. Hopefully we'll be able to get all age groups to get into the track, to get into the field, and we could get a good race going. All right.
Yeah,
There
hopefully.
is 2 more people to interview here. Thank you there, Connor. Up next is Cole Matz, and then we'll get BG. Steven Waters is not going to be interviewed today. So let's see how Matz is doing today. You had quite a few issues. I saw that going on with Steven Waters. Had a bit with him for a while, but unfortunately for you, kind of had a couple spins. Kind of went back and forth with BG, but I want to learn what happened today with you, Matz.
I mean, it just felt loose. I just try to get on the course since I'm not like a road course guy at all. Just trying to make it around the track and finish the race.
All right. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of what to really ask. You were battling with Steven for a little bit. How was that going?
I mean, it was kind of cool. I mean, I actually get to battle with somebody in the back. Yeah. But hopefully I can return to an oval and just, get a win one day, and who knows what could happen.
All right, Matz. Is there anything else you want to say?
No.
All right. Well, thank you there, Matz. 7th place currently today's race finish. Hopefully we'll see you up next week at Plymouth. And we're gonna now talk to BG. Currently the car that finished in 8th place today. What happened in today's race, BG? We saw you running up there in the top 6, I believe, for a good chunk, and then there were some issues that happened later on. I just want to know what happened.
So I got distracted and causing me to spin out. And then, yeah, I just spun out. Then I, like, how do I say this? I spun out, then I spun out again. And it caused me to Stevie to pass me, and then Cool Mac passing me later in the race.
So it was a pretty rough race today, is what I'm kind of hearing.
Yeah, if the update goes good, I don't know if I'm gonna run road courses because of how much I suck. Like it's bad how much I suck, honestly.
All right. Well, hopefully, I mean, I'm willing to try to teach you some tricks to help you get a little bit faster. Looks like a lot of people weren't happy with how the tunes were today, so we'll review the cars and see what we could do to improve them. Of course, coming into the next race, they
Yeah,
seem pretty good on ovals, but
I don't see anything. I don't feel anything different for any of the setups, honestly.
I've been mostly changing brake bias, so and gearing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see a difference in anything, honestly.
All right. Well, you're the last person here, so we can go as long as you want.
Mhm.
But is there anything else on your mind? Of course, you got your new livery, the Mopar car. I was hoping
Yeah.
to talk to Steven about it. Looks pretty nice seeing you two out there in red, red and white, representing Mopar, Dodge. And I'm glad to see you in a new car.
Yeah, I'm honestly glad to see a new car too. The Napa car, that was, I don't know. I liked it, but I like this one better, honestly.
It's great to hear.
Yeah.
All right. Well, next race we come out to Plymouth. Of course, back in Indiana. Went to Indiana for 2 weekends. We'll jump back, and we're gonna do a little bit of back and forth. So we're going back to Plymouth, going to South Bend Motor Speedway's sister speedway, just about 40 miles south of the track, I believe, maybe 20, 40. Pretty close to the track, and hopefully we'll have some good racing.
Yeah, hopefully. Wait, when is this update exactly?
The 19th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's next week, I believe. Well, the weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna come next week, so we're gonna try to figure out what to do when that comes up.
Okay.
It's in our thoughts. Trust me, we are thinking about everything going on here. It's a little stressful actually in a way. But I'll figure it out as best as I can, and hopefully we'll have a race out for Plymouth for everyone to join.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you there, BG, and
You're welcome.
congratulations on getting a new car. And hopefully we come back stronger. Of course, a little bit back onto your territory, the circle tracks. So
Yeah, I'm better at ovals than road courses, honestly.
yep. Okie dokie. So we're gonna wrap up the stream here. Looks like a lot of drivers are a little bit frustrated with how the cars are driving today. So again, we're gonna review the cars coming to the next time. Next road course race. I believe the oval cars are gonna be fine. It's not really been an issue, to be honest. So we'll see. You know, I mean, we leave the cars open for people to review and give us advice on how to improve our cars. So if you do want us to improve the cars, when we open up the track for practice, make sure to come around, and if there's something you want changed, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll try to work on it. That being said, see you guys next week. It is going to be hopefully a continuation of SLC. There's a big update ahead of us, and yeah, whatever happens, happens. Just we'll keep putting on through.